Welcome back, I'm Moa aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and today we're doing something a little bit different. If you followed my channel for a while, you might already know that I'm a big fan of all flavour experiences. So when the team at Sipful reached out and asked if I wanted to join their ambassador programme, I was so thrilled. So Sipful is a company, quite a new UK company that started, there was a couple who went to lots of different festivals, and they thought it was a bit of a shame that the main canned alternative that you drink at festivals primarily is beer. They do love beer because their husband, he is a brewer. But they just wanted something that leaves you feeling a little bit less bloated, and maybe something and you want to feel a little bit luxurious still. So they made their premium canned cocktails. So this first batch, it is their Mimosa, made with 100% natural orange juice. It is their blood orange Mimosa and their Bellini. And the Bellini is also made from 100% natural peach juice. These are all mixed with an organic Spanish wine, which they've also bottled by itself, which is a bubbly wine. I'm of course also a big fan of beer, and primarily sour beer, but I have IBS, so I do think it's quite tricky sometimes when there's only beer at hand. So I'm of course absolutely thrilled to try these canned cocktails instead. I do love myself a cocktail, and I really want to try the Bellini because I haven't had a Bellini since I worked in Venice a few years ago. So that will be a good flavour memory to revisit. And I also love that it's such a kind of small company, and you know who's founded it, and it's a UK local companies is good to support at this time. So if you're curious about them, check out my link here below, which takes you to their website if you want to check them out. I thought I'd give them all a little taste because I haven't even tried them yet. Expectations are so high. And we're gonna start with their wine, which is this kind of bubbly Spanish wine that is organic, and they've also used only natural fruits and flavourings, which of course is brilliant because some of the drinks I find are a little bit too artificial, or they're sweeteners, and it's just not that nice in flavour. They also focus a lot on using as little glass and plastic as possible, which is of course great. And if you do buy any of their products, please remember to recycle. It is very important. But we're going to start with trying these Spanish bubbles. And here we go. Let's have a little sip. These also have this kind of the paper on the cans feels quite premium, so it definitely feels like a little bit more of a premium product. A nice level of bubbliness. I've kept these in the fridge for a bit. It's very light, I mean, here in Scotland it's not very sunny at the moment, and if I had to wait for sun, I'd probably have to wait for forever. But it's very light, very welcoming. It's kind of soft citrus vibe, a little bit of kind of gooseberry. It's like lemon and gooseberry flavours. And it's, yeah, I think a lot of people would like this one because it's not too characterful and it's not too bubbly. The bubbles are quite soft, making it a perfect sip just for a summer's day, I would say. And I can see how it's quite a nice canvas for these other flavours. Next up, we're gonna try the Mimosa, the orange one first, and that is actually inspired by one of the founder Emily's, her time in California. So let's have a try of that one. And here we go. And also worth mentioning that the wine sits at 11% ABV, and these cocktails, they sit at 4.5% ABV. What a lovely mimosa. It almost makes me want to just have a little waffle brunch or something. The taste of the orange juice is so nice. And it needs this slight bubbliness. It's not very bubbly, it's just this kind of soft bubbliness that just makes it feel very kind of just relaxed. But it's such a pleasant orange flavour. It's like when you get to press your own orange juice, it is kind of captured those aromas because it feels quite sunny, it feels quite just like warming orange. Definitely perfect for a brunch. And of course, we're going to compare it to the grapefruit mimosa. Here we go. And also love how all these cans show you. They have the fruit on the cover, so that's peaches, and here you of course have the blood orange. So let's have a sip. Definitely a little bit more sour and a little bit more kind of tart. It's I mean, I think you can split people into being the people that love oranges or people that like blood orange a bit more. There's almost like you split into the like grapefruit and oranges. This has this kind of slight sourness, which makes it feel fresher in a way, because orange juice, and especially with the flavour that has this kind of warming orange juice, is quite fresh. It has that kind of a little bit thicker feel to it, and like a little bit more breakfast feel. This one feels fresher, like a really refreshing kind of afternoon drink perhaps. I just love how they all taste so natural. I'm very grateful I got to try these, because I love when brands reach out to me and ask if I want to try things, because I love experiencing new flavours, and especially when it's something like this that focuses on natural. They want to lift sustainability, and just well done. But we have one last thing to try. That's the Bellini. So excited about that one. Here we go. So what is it now? Maybe like 3 years ago, or maybe 4, I used to work as a tour guide for a Scandinavian travel agency, and I miss it so much. I worked both in the winter as kind of a resort manager, resort guide in Switzerland, but in the summers I generally went down to Austria. And on Wednesdays we had Venice Wednesdays, so we took our clients down to Venice and spent the day there. And that's where I had my first ever Bellini. And I haven't had one since, which is such a shame, but which is why I'm so excited about this. Of course, I think flavour memories or flavour experiences are a big part of how we perceive things. So if you're sipping a whiskey or a cocktail in really good company and it's a wowing experience, of course that's going to be much better to you than something you're just sipping when you don't really appreciate the moment. I'm building this up way too much. But let's have a little sip of the Bellini. Do you know what? This tastes exactly like, I'll put a photo up, but there's these peach candies in Sweden and they taste so peachy, like candy peachy, and that's what this tastes like. They captured the peach so well, because sometimes I've had peach, where I've had Bellinis actually in Venice when I was back there, and the first one I had was so wonderful, so fresh, so like, yeah, just like the sweetness mixed with the fresh notes. And then the next one I had was so disappointed by it. It was almost a little bit bitter and a little bit kind of very artificial, but this tastes exactly like those peach candies. So if you're Swedish, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you're not, I'm very sorry. Try them if you're ever in Sweden, but I mean, if you like that kind of sweet, fresh peaches flavour, brilliant. And of course, this is my own view. If they weren't nice, I would tell you. I promise I'm not gonna lie to anyone on my channel. I'm very excited about flavour, but you probably know that already. Just the softest, like, the wine goes really well in these with the flavours, I think, because it's just a good base. That kind of citrusy, gives very lightness, and then you build it up with these fruit flavours. Yes, what a nice experience. I must say the Bellini is probably my favourite because of those memories I have. But I liked how the grapefruit, not grapefruit, the blood orange one really had this kind of sour note to it, and then the orange or the mimosa just had this kind of breakfast, freshly pressed orange juice feel to it. I am very impressed, and it makes me even happier when a brand that is trying to do something good for the environment and to create something that has natural flavours to it and organic wine. And when that tastes nice, it's of course even better for me. So of course, massive thank you to Sipful for letting me try your products. I will definitely keep drinking them. especially that Bellini. And I'm so happy that it's Friday today when I'm filming. I believe this video will be out Saturday, so tomorrow. But I'm just waiting for my boyfriend to come home. We're gonna have a lovely dinner and I'm gonna pour some ice in a glass, pour up some of these cocktails, and we're gonna try them together. Like I said, you can't really wait for a nice sunny day to have a picnic here in Scotland, but I think that will be a really nice occasion as well. And of course, if you like what I'm doing here on YouTube and my other social channels, I would of course be absolutely thrilled if you would consider using my affiliate links the next time you're shopping with perhaps Sipful drinks, or the Master of Malt, the Whisky Exchange, or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. All that information is in the description here below, as well as links to my website, my Patreon, my Teespring shop, and my Instagram if you're curious about that. And of course, in the future, I do want to do a lot of different things. I of course have a main focus on whiskey, but I'm so happy to try other things as well. So if you have any recommendations for me, anything you'd love me to see, please put it in the comments below. But I of course hope you've all had an absolutely wonderful day and a brilliant weekend. Slàinte mhath, Scott.